Hey there, thanks so much for joining us today. My guest is Laura Warren. Hey, Laura,
Hey, Anne.
how are you?
I am great.
Awesome, awesome. So Laura is a very good friend of mine, and she is a psychic medium from laurawarrenmedium.com. And we wanted to let you guys know that Laura will be my guest again this month for January the 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for our Master Number 11 membership group. So many of you have been exploring and expressing an interest in past lives. So who better to ask than Laura herself? So we're going to be talking about past lives, what they mean, what it's all about. And basically the topic of discussion is going to be, how can Master Number 11s benefit from knowing their past lives? Pretty cool stuff, hey?
Yeah, it's a really big field. So we'll try to cover some interesting stuff so, we can help the 11s with this.
Exactly, exactly. So for the ones that are not very familiar with past lives, can you give us kind of the Reader's Digest condensed version of what the heck are past lives? How do we access them? What's that all about?
Well, I think most of your 11s realize at this point that our souls have lived many times before this life.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's important to know, too, that we've lived in other places. So Earth is one plane of existence, but there's other places where we can have a life. So past lives, most people at this point in time in our history, our souls have been around a long time. And
Mm-hmm.
so we've lived many lives. And some lives have been probably pretty quiet and pretty nice and calm and lovely, and some lives not so much. So the lives that tend to stir up a lot of energy for us, they stir up a lot of growth, soul growth and evolution, and some things to heal from and some challenges. Those lives that stir all that stuff up for us are the ones that we tend to hang on to from life to life. And we have kind of themes that keep showing up in our lives to work on, behaviors to change and things to grow from.
So the Master Number 11s, we know that they are the old souls, of course, because you're not given the opportunity to work on your 11ness
Mhm.
unless you've got enough previous lifetime experience with which to make it happen in this lifetime. So I think that's where a lot of the confusion comes in with in terms of what their life purpose is. Many 11s will come to me and say, well, what's my purpose? And they get really frustrated and anxious because they don't know what their purpose is. And I'm not sure how you feel about this, but I feel that it relates to the fact that in their cellular memory, they have so many lifetimes floating around in there, and that on a very unconscious level, they are tapping into that,
Yeah.
causing them to feel a little lesser in this lifetime than what they were in that grandiose lifetime previously. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's a really good point. For healing to happen at the cellular level, a lot of people do choose to go back into their past lives to
Mhm.
see where all this trauma or this injury has come from.
Right.
And it's really important that we look at the whole picture. You have to look at yourself as a whole, complete being. So yes, in this life, we're in this physical body. This is our temple. The physical body holds information, holds a lot of information about who you are, who you were, where you came from.
Mm-hmm.
And we are much more than that physical body. We're much more than the house. We're much more than all that information. We have a consciousness, we have a spirit, we have a soul. And so that complete package is what we're trying to help move forward or help grow and deal with when we talk about past lives, because it's actually all of you. It's all of your experiences. So this can be quite an overwhelming topic for people, and it can be a lot to kind of digest. So it's a good thing that I guess I know you're very knowledgeable in this area, and I can lend some help in this area as well. And I hope we can make some sense of it for the 11s.
Mm-hmm. And it's really interesting. You talk about the totality of all of our previous lifetimes. I am a hypnotherapist. And I don't do it anymore, but I used to do a lot of past life regression work. And I had a client that came to me at one point, and she had cancer in this lifetime. And when we took her through regression, we came to find out that she was a Native man who'd been shot by an arrow or a gunshot. Can't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. She was killed because of the strike to her body. And the strike to the body is exactly where the cancer existed in this lifetime. So
Exactly.
when she was able to identify that previous lifetime, she was able to kind of let it go, to realize that this isn't about what's happening to her in this lifetime, that it was old energy, and that she knew that she had to release that. So this is more than a carnival act. You know, this is like, I got out of it because I was frustrated that people were just kind of curious and they just wanted to check it out and have some fun with it. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that unless we're taking this seriously. You know, what is your purpose? What is your point to explore this?
Well, this is deep transformational healing.
Oh, it is.
This is like, are you ready to move to the next step? Are you ready to put to rest some things that you really don't need anymore and can no longer serve you on a path of progress for your soul?
Right.
And that's where it's very important that especially 11s understand that these things may have been a part of your story, but that part of your story does no longer support where you're going, and you have to be willing to move past it. And it's a story that people have, so they have a past life regression or a past life healing, or they get a past life reading, and they hang on to all these things, and they recount their story over and over again. And that's not what this is for.
Right.
This is so that we can put these things to rest for you, so that you no longer have to deal with the themes in your life or karmic debt, as you said, that holds you back.
Right. And, you know, in a numerology chart, we do recognize 4 different karmic debts. And sometimes, you know, somebody, for example, has a 14-5, maybe they're born on the 14th day, or their expression number is a 14, whatever. It can cause them to be fearful about taking risks in this lifetime, because they know, intuitively, they know in a previous lifetime they lost it all. The 14-5 indicates that they lost it all. So it would help to explain why they feel that way this time around. But what we're trying to emphasize in this discussion is not to just stop there and go, oh, well, that's why I'm resistant to change, because I went through a 14-5. You know, I'm experiencing the 14-5 karmic debt and paying back for it, so I'm just going to stay stuck. Right? No, no, but not on our watch, anyways.
Yeah.
Right? So it's really related to being able to. Oh, I have a happy dog in the background. Sorry, guys. It's really relating to what can we learn from the past lives, how do we benefit from them, and how do we move forward? Because there's really no reason to know your past lives unless you're willing to take it as a step in your evolution in this lifetime, rather than getting stuck in the previous lifetime.
Yeah, you can't treat this. This is not entertainment. This is deep, deep healing at the cellular level. This is about synergizing yourself, your life experience, with where you want to go. It's not where you've been.
So during our talk on the 27th, January 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the Master Number 11 membership, we're going to be sorting through what's important. We're going to be looking at how can you benefit from knowing your past lives. We'll be talking about, you know, what are they? How do you not get stuck in them? And importantly, too, we'll be talking about how to find, not necessarily how to find, but what should you be looking for in a past life regression therapist, okay? There are many people out there that do it, but it's very important that you are handled properly when they take you into regression. Because you can, listen guys, you can go into some pretty dark places, and you can go into some really good places too. So, but we just don't know. So it's important that your tour guide is somebody who's really going to take you there on the journey and bring you home when you're done, right? So this is going to be great. I'm really excited for it. So if you're not a member of the Master Number 11 membership, it's super easy to join. Go to Master Number 11. I'll put the link up, masternumber11.com. You can join. It's $11 a month. You can join for a month and quit. You know, it's entirely up to you, but there's really good advantages because you get a chance to tap into the library of all the videos that are available to you within the Master Number 11 portal. And you also are able to attend our live events. So you'll be able to actually interact with Laura and myself during that time. And you'll also, the members will also have an opportunity, if you attend the Master Number 11 live event, you'll have an opportunity to win a 60-minute psychic medium reading with Laura herself. And I am here testimony to tell you that it will be life-changing. I promise you that. It always is. And that's valued at $120 US. So you don't want to miss that. So anything else you want to add, Laura?
I'm just really excited about talking about this. I know it was a little bit like daunting, big topic, but I'm really excited about it because I think it's something that it needs a fresh look. It's really important.
Right. And maybe possibly we'll look at doing a meditation that night as well. That would be kind of fun.
That would be good. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll take a look, and hopefully you guys will have a little bit better grasp on what past lives are and how you can benefit from knowing them. So I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks so much for joining us, Laura.
Oh, thanks, Anne.
And we'll see you on Monday, January the 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Take care. Have a great day. Bye for now.